Hi everyone, this is Trevor here again with another video. Today we will be talking about the different apps in the MacBook. So when you get this message, just tune in and watch the video. Alright, so here we go. Today I want to talk a little bit about photos, messages, FaceTime, iTunes, iBooks, App Store, and setting preferences. So basically, this is your photos. In your photos, you sync it with your phone into your MacBook by connecting it to your MacBook, and it's all your personal photos. I'm not going to show you all those photos because those are personal photos of mine, so I'm going to keep that confidential, but it's as simple as that. And you can assign different things and categories and memories and all types of stuff, similar how you do it on your iPhone or iPad. Then you also have messages. Messages, or either iMessage, is where you can text people from your MacBook, and you can do it anywhere, anytime, as long as you have a connection to your phone, or you can sync it with your phone, and it comes right in. You can text anybody, whether they have an iPhone or Android or whatever. Then you have FaceTime. FaceTime is when you can make phone calls on your MacBook to anybody in your contacts list. So you can call anyone and just say, "Hey, how you doing?" Or "I haven't talked to you in a while," or "a friend you talk to all the time." It's really nice because you can see them face to face, or you can just give them a call. And you have two versions of FaceTime. You have the audio one, or you just talk to them like a regular conversation through the audio, or you have the actual FaceTime where you see them face to face. So that's pretty cool. But let's get into the knit and grit of my presentation today. So the first app we have is iTunes, or otherwise known as Apple Music, on your MacBook. So I'm opening it up by clicking on iTunes. And here on iTunes, I have Apple Music. So basically, you pay $10 a month every month for essentially free music to listen to any album, any artists, or even certain TV shows or whatnot. Because you see the list, like when you browse through right here at the top, gives you a list of everything happened, like new albums, new content, like the show plenty of the apps that's content on the app, iTunes store. You can get different playlists of the week, and you get different genres, and you get Beats One lists, and you get all hot tracks currently today, new releases, then you get videos and whatnot, and it's pretty cool. And then you get what's recommended for you, which is in Apple Music. You get a 3 month trial to try out for 3 months free, and you pay $10 a month after that. So you pay $10 a month once a month. You get all the access to all the music you want, all the artists you want, whatever. And you get a news mix, which it recommends songs that are in your current iPhone or playlist, and it recommends them to you or what you would like to add or whatnot. Just like a little playlist. Then you get all the stuff you listened to recently. So I listened to the God Box with David Banner, the Playing of the Apps, Behind the Boards, Apple Music, the John Legend album, Common album. I'm a big hip hop R&B fan, and it gives you Saturday's playlist. So today, they give me hip hop and R&B hits from 1999. Oh wait, did I just click on it? Yeah, and it gives you all the playlists from the hip hop and R&B hits from 1999, and you can just go through and listen to them, and then you just go on to the next playlist. So you go back to the backspace button, and you get hip hop and R&B's from 2008, hip hop and R&B 2014. Then you get Saturday albums, all the albums from Saturday that would be nice that you might be interested into. And the artist spotlights, Hit Boy, Tupac Conscious songs, Neo Essentials, and all new releases at the bottom. So it's pretty cool. Then you got a library of all my personal songs that I like to listen to. As you can see, I have a lot of songs. So just a lot of different songs. Then if you want a radio, you go to radio, listen to the radio. And you got Beats One you can listen to, which is a free station, and other stations. And you can just listen to anything you want. And that essentially is Apple Music. Pretty cool. You can check out a whole bunch of stuff. It really just depends what you want. I'm not gonna play anything for you because I don't know what the majority of my audience likes to hear. But if you want to hear something, I would suggest leave a comment in the comment section and tell me what you like to listen to, and I'll play something for next time's video. All right. So let me close this out like we all learned. Command Q closes out iTunes, which is Apple Music. Next, we're going to go to the iBook store. So the iBook store is different things you have, different books you have. Like I have an iPhone user guide, Ray Lewis, Feel Like Going On. It's a sample. 12 Years a Slave by Solomon Northup. iPod Touch user guide. Ninzoke for Color Girls. And essentially you can just look for different books and save them to your content. Now, all books, these are my collections, authors, categories, lists. But if you actually want to go to the iBook store, you click iBook store in the top left corner. Then you get all your featured books, which is this little star right here. And essentially you can just scrolling through. You got bestsellers up top. You can browse by category, mysteries and thrillers, romance, popular fiction. You can get the new Kevin Hart book for people out there. So I know people like Kevin Hart. So let's say you want to find out Kevin Hart, you click on that book. It gives you all the details about his book, tells you what it comes in English, everything. The book is $12.99. Or what's cool in iBooks, if you don't want to necessarily get a book, but you still want to find out how good it is, you can get a sample. Click on the sample. So I want to potentially find out how good this book is. So I click on Get Sample. Then it would download. And essentially, when it downloads, I would get that sample in the section. So then I go to Read Sample. And essentially, I would get the book right here. And I just scroll through it. And essentially, this would be the book. And I can get a little preview of the book. And I don't have to worry about paying for it. And then if I do want to get the book, I would just go and go back and purchase the book. I'll just buy it. So then I go to File. Then I go to Store, Home, and I'm back in the iBooks store. And you can even create your own books. And it shows you welcome to iBooks, new to iBooks. It gives you a little explanation how to use it, user guides for iPhone, iPad, and more. These are all free. Free books and limited time offers. Bestsellers for $3.99 and more. Best of June. And you got your, those are the featured stuff. Then you got your top charts. Then you have all these books that are rated number one or top 20 or 30, 40, 50. Best, I guess, best 100 books. And you just scroll through best 100 books out right now. And then you get the New York Times best. And same thing, the New York Times bestseller, and you just scroll through. It needs to be a New York Times bestseller, top 14. So there you go. And you got different categories. You can get a Trevor Noah book, Born a Crime. That's interesting. Or you get Charlemagne the God's Black Privilege, which would be interesting. And you can get all these books. You can get samples of them, or you can purchase them. So if you don't want to have necessarily a hard copy, you would just go over here at iBook store, purchase it, and it'll be right on your MacBook. But also, if you had an iPhone or iPad, it was essentially once you save it in your book library, like I just showed you earlier, then it would essentially be on those platforms as well. And you can read it anywhere you want, take it with you anywhere you want to go, and you don't have to worry about it too much. And also, you have top authors. So it shows you all the top authors. It gives you their name, and you can go by paid ones or you can go by free ones. So these are all the paid ones. You just scroll right through. Boom, boom, boom. And then if you want free ones, you go to free. And these are all your free top authors. And you just scroll through. So in a nutshell, it's really a nice source because sometimes if you're even in school and you're in college or you're in high school, sometimes you can find a book that you may need through the iBook store. Not guaranteed all the time, but at least you know you can find a place where you can find a book, and it's pretty resourceful. So that's what I think is nice. So like I said before, Command Q to exit. All right. And then next, we're going to talk about the App Store. So, the App Store is where you get all your apps, whether it's your iPhone, iPad, MacBook, doesn't matter. The App Store is where you get all your apps. So, you get customized where you get apps already installed on there. But these are the ones you can initially add. And now in the MacBook, you can click on where it says Pages, Keynote, and Numbers. You click on that, and basically these are the alternatives to, you know, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel. So Pages is like Word, but in Pages you can convert from Pages and to Word. Keynote is like PowerPoint, except you can convert to Keynote or to PowerPoint. And Numbers is the same as, you know, Excel, so that way you can convert from Numbers to Excel, and everything works essentially the same as their Microsoft counterparts. So you don't have to worry about learning too much of anything. So you're just fine. And this is free now to the App Store, so you can download it anytime. Personally, I don't have this. I have the Microsoft versions because at the time these cost, and I didn't want to pay for that right then when I first got my Microsoft subscriptions. So I know later time when these subscriptions run out, because these are only good for about 4, maybe 5 years, then I'm going to go and get the Keynote. Not Keynote, iWork, which is basically Apple's version of Microsoft versions. But the good thing about Apple's version of iWork, you can convert to either Microsoft or Pages. You just have to choose whichever one you want. So that's the nice part. So you just go back here, and same thing, you can just scroll through, gives you preset new apps and games, Mac Sierra, which is the new software for MacBook, or current one, I should say. You get all top picks from MacBook Pro, apps for developers, games, apps for designers. And most of the stuff you have to pay for, to-do list, Firewatch, and then you get top grossing right here. Then you get free apps that you can download for free from the App Store. And then you have paid apps you can get from the App Store. I'd recommend getting the free ones because unless you really need something very specific, then you're going to pay for it. So that's just my general tip. If you can get it for free, why not get it for free? You can get everything you essentially need. The only times you really need to really ever pay for an app is if you want something specific. Like for example, if you wanted to get like Logic Pro or Final Cut Pro, which are designing apps or video apps, then those something you might actually need because if you're someone like a developer, a music person, or a video person that uses a lot of video and music, then you would want to have these apps because you use them all the time. You need something very specific and gives you everything you need without any issue, and it would update. So essentially, you would want to pay for those things. But anything free like GarageBand, WhatsApp Desktop, Archive, Kindle if you wanted to, OneDrive, any of that stuff, I would say get that for free. And you go what's featured, and you get the top charts. It's pretty simple to use. And then you go top charts. It shows you everything that's in the top. You just go for it. You got categories, got business, developer tools, education, finance, games, all types of stuff that should be helpful. Purchase. These are all my apps that I purchase. Some I don't really use anymore, but we shall see. And then updates. You want to check your updates every once in a while to see what you have to update. Because right now, this is Mac Sierra. This is a free update. Anytime you have an update on your computer, like to the next operating system, that's always going to be free on Apple, on a MacBook, and even on an iPhone or iPad. So those are always going to be free. And then you just go to updates, check to see, it's checking for updates, seeing if I have anything new. And then if I have anything new, I update it. I'm not going to update it now while I'm on this video because it would take a little while. But essentially, I can come back to this. And that's the App Store. And essentially, I just want to show you, like when you go to what's on the top charts, and you want to get something top free, when you type something free, let's say if you wanted to get OneDrive, and you see it has a good rating. And on here, on the App Store, it has ratings. So you have like 4 stars out of 5. So what you do is you would tap Get, you would install app, click on Install app. Then what you would do is essentially put in your Apple ID, and then that's what you would do to download the app. But since you don't, that's not what you need to do. And essentially that's it. That is the App Store. So like I said before, Command Q closes down the app. And then the last thing we have for today is your system preferences, otherwise known as your settings. And these are essentially all the settings you have for everything on this MacBook and how you can control it. So essentially your general, you click on general, and it shows the appearance of certain things, how you want things to be, highlight color, sidebar, scroll bars, everything you have. You want your default web browser, since mine's Safari, it's Safari. Recent items 10, and that's essentially general. Then your desktop and screensaver. You can choose different screensavers for your MacBook. You got randoms, you got what I have on Arabesque, so that should be pretty interesting. You got your desktop with El Capitan, and you got all types of mountain colors you can put on there, nature stuff, so you can really find something you want, hopefully. So go back, then you have your dock. This is your dock at the bottom. Control the size of it, the size you want it, where you want to position it on the bottom, on the left or right of your screen. Double click Windows, and opening options. These are just all my settings. So essentially these are all your settings that if you ever want to fix something that's not working, you just go to a different category and you would fix it. I'm not going to show you everything, but essentially this is everything that you would go to, and you can control how things work on your computer, and this is where you would go. So I definitely recommend, if you get a MacBook or have a MacBook and you haven't changed your settings, customize it so that way you know what to choose from. So other than that, that's all, folks. Enjoy what you learned today, and hopefully it helps you out. And have a good day.